What is going on, snipers? Naeem Al-Obeidi here. Hope all of you guys are having a wonderful day today. We're going to go ahead and get this live stream started here. If you guys are watching this video after it's already published, I do want to warn you guys that it's probably going to go on long. I'm going to be interacting with a lot of the people today. I'm going to be doing a giveaway today as well. We're going to be giving away a Ledger Nano S, potentially if we hit 20,000 subscribers on the live stream, and several other things that may be uncomfortable if you're watching this after it's published. But what I'll recommend to you is just use the 1.25x speed in the description, or I'm sorry, in the settings of the video. Hopefully that could help out. But let's go ahead and talk about the undervalued altcoins of 2018. We're going to be asking our audience about this and seeing what they have to say about their top picks for 2018. So it's going to be an exciting live stream, especially if we can hit 20,000 live, guys. That would be an amazing feat for this channel, and I would be extremely excited about that. So let's go ahead and pull up our chart here. As we can see, we're currently looking at our KMD BTC chart, as I do expect a breakout here fairly soon, as it did form a flat continuation pattern. It bounced off of its support level right around 54,000 Satoshis, now potentially breaking out in just a second. So I'm going to go ahead and actually do a little bit of a technical analysis here for you guys. Now, the thing with Komodo is, you know, watching this chart, give me 1 second. Let me post this here on our Facebook in just a second. All right, that's done. Perfect. So let's go ahead and pop this chat out here so you guys can actually see everybody that's on live while we look at this chart here. So pretty much, like I said, we're seeing this flat continuation pattern. If you guys don't know how that looks, you can actually go on our Discord. This is a free and open resource. If you guys are new watching this, we actually have this whole community available for you guys. We just hit over 11,000 members, which is awesome. If you guys go to Trading 101 right over here under Tools, you guys can actually see all of the different patterns that we're talking about here. And if you look here, the flat continuation is pretty much starting with this initial breakout, and then you see this consolidation. What you're primarily looking for when looking for this pattern is looking for this rectangle to form, and this rectangle will form from its top resistance level down to this downward descending trend. And then what you'll notice in terms of a breakout, this doesn't necessarily have to bounce off the support multiple times, as you see happen within this graph. However, what you do want to look for is when it starts bouncing but then finds support before this previous support level that was formed with the rectangle, and then that initializes the breakout. So I actually called this out for our Patreons. If you guys are a Patreon, by the way, we're having a Patreon only night owl tonight, because it's going to be a packed out live stream. We want to make sure we can get as much questions in as possible. If you guys don't know what a night owl is, then you'll eventually learn about it here on Snipers Tube. So this is the rectangle, guys. We're seeing this breakout. As you can see, look at this right here. Initially we called it, and now you see the longest green candlestick so far forming right now as soon as we called that breakout. That's why I implore you guys to understand these patterns. I mean, it's so important to understand each and every pattern, because they were made for a volatile market. If you guys are taking notes, write this down. Patterns are for volatile markets. And what is the most volatile market right now? Cryptocurrency. So let's go ahead and take some questions from you guys. I do want to ask you guys a question though. What is the most undervalued altcoin for 2018? Let's see what everybody says. This is going to be a fun topic here. Somebody said, Mr. Parker, TRX is definitely a good buy. We don't give trading advice here once again, but hey, that's an opinion, right? How to be like you, Sniper Ramsey. That's funny. So what are the most undervalued altcoins? Vesta said TRX. Aaron said XLM. Mitch said EOS. Jeff said Dogecoin. TRX. I see a lot of TRX. I see a lot of Funfair. I see a lot of Ethereum. I see a lot of Monero. EOS, one of my favorites. I believe that's undervalued too. XMR, I like it. KMD, I see a TNT. SafeX, I haven't heard that one. BCC, BitConnect. Oh man, let's not go to that topic. So Ember, okay, that's an interesting one. Zencoin, Poet, CND. France said KMD. Ray Wong said Bitcoin. I like that, Ray. You're getting a little slick there. That's not an altcoin, but if you're referring it to as an altcoin, So Ray just said Bitcoin is his most undervalued altcoin. So if that's the case, then what's the main coin if that's going to turn into an altcoin? I don't get it. So let's see. Chris Gonzalez said EOS. Upcar said Dow. Interesting find. Ronnie Josh said Kin. Chris Young said LOL. Kingcraft XVG. I see some Verge. Ronnie Josh said Kin as well. Arthur said Y. Mickey said Power. Wow. Let's go ahead and pull some of these up, guys. Why don't we do that? Mike Taylor said, here's $10. Here's a super chat. That means a lot, brother. Thank you so much. So I'm going to have the chat pulled up here. So if we do get any further super chats or something like that, I can go ahead and watch this. But so far, looks like everybody is calling out their favorite coins. We're going to go ahead and full screen and get right into our technical analysis, guys. Let's go ahead and take some requests. So I see EOS. Let's go ahead and pull up EOS. EOS is one of the most optimistic coins that I'm looking forward to in 2018. If you guys don't know about EOS, EOS has an extremely fast blockchain. It's extremely fast because it's centralized under 21 nodes, but you can also argue Bitcoin is centralized in the fact that it has 5 major mining pools, and Ethereum is centralized where it has 3 major mining pools. So centralized in a certain degree, it does have a factor in which if you can take down those 21 nodes, obviously that's the issue about it. But at the end of the day, it allows the system, the blockchain, to be extremely fast. And then they have a lot of other cases to build themselves up to. I tout EOS as the Ethereum on steroids because they want to build a platform that's advanced in nature and has a lot more capabilities than what Ethereum currently offers. Ethereum offers smart contract systems where you can actually build platforms. They're called DApps. If you guys know what DApps are, it's decentralized applications. Almost like this. If somebody asks you, how could you describe Ethereum in layman's terms, this is what I would say. I would say Ethereum is like the App Store. You can develop applications on Ethereum, and Ethereum is the platform that the applications are developed upon. Somebody said 88. Somebody said ETH on roids. So somebody said you're giving away a Ledger. Yes, I am going to be giving away. Yes. So we're going to be giving away a Ledger Nano S if we hit 20,000 subscribers on this live stream tonight. Currently, we are at 19,300-ish. So if we can hit 20,000 subscribers, we are going to be giving away a Ledger Nano S to one of you guys paying attention. I'll ask a question, and then we'll pick somebody from the live chat for the Ledger Nano S. We actually gave away a book yesterday. So if you guys want that, make sure to like the video right now, turn on post notifications, subscribe to the channel, and then most importantly, share the video right now so that it can spread the word and the 20,000 subscribers can be accomplished, and then one of you guys can win. We did get a super chat. Somebody said, look at Saya Coin. Thank you so much, Suraj. I do appreciate that. What are your thoughts on Saya Coin? Thank you so much, Antonio Rodriguez. We just got another super chat. So let's go ahead and pull up Saya Coin. I don't mind doing that. And we'll do that after we do this analysis here. So I'm actually going to put that on my notes, and we'll go ahead and get straight into EOS analysis here. So we'll do Saya Coin after EOS, and then the other super chat didn't have a request. So thank you, Antonio. I definitely do appreciate that. Now let's go ahead and look at what we're seeing with EOS here. Pretty much we had this channel form. We broke out of this channel. Check this out, guys. This is such an easy way to predict these movements. So we drew this channel out. All you had to do was extend upon this channel, and then you would have been able to actually capitalize on this breakout. So you can see there's clear resistance right around 58,000 Satoshis, and then we found some support right around 55,000 Satoshis. All that you really had to do, and you could have even put the support right down here if you really wanted to be a little bit safer, but what you could have easily have done is just predict this breakout based upon this right here on the top here. As soon as you saw this cross its mark and jump over the EMA, you would have known right there that there is a breakout. Now this may end up going higher because you're seeing some resistance right around 70,000 Satoshis here with EOS. So I would assume that we can hopefully go back to these levels and then test these previous resistance levels. So if we can get back to these previous resistance levels, I think that a lot could be done here with EOS's technical analysis, and then we can definitely see the price skyrocket from there. being that we've never been at these high levels before in terms of Satoshi value. If you look back here, you can see at one point in EOS's history, back in the day, we were around 220,000 Satoshis. So if we look at where we're at right now compared to where we've been before, because what predicts future, right? This is what my mentor taught me. He said, Naeem, if you ever want to try to predict the future, the best predictor of the future is the history or the past. So if we were around 220,000 Satoshis, we're seeing more resistance around 71,000 Satoshis. We could certainly start heading back up towards these extremely high levels of Satoshis. As you can see, we've seen this curve pretty much continue over time. Now, what's really cool about this graph, if you guys can see, this is why I like pulling up the 1 day, because you can really get this bird's eye view. There was a support right here around 57,000 Satoshis, and there was a resistance right around 72,000 Satoshis. Well, guess what? Where are we finding resistance again? Let's put it on the chat. Where are we finding resistance again? Let's see if somebody can get this right. You guys got to start prepping yourself for the Ledger giveaway. If you look at this, we're finding resistance at the same exact place that we found resistance back in July 14th of 2017, guys. So isn't that exciting, guys? The fact that, like, this right here is huge. We're finding resistance levels in 2018 at the same place that we found resistance in July of 2017. That's why you have to look at the technical side of things. You can't just focus on fundamentals. Somebody said 72,000. Dylan Ward got it. I like it. Mr. Mo got it. You guys did get it. Kerbert got it. Andy said 70,000 right there. No, he said 7,000. You probably just missed it, just like I did in my video today. I was like 152,000 Satoshis. I'm like, oh no, I'm sorry, 4,000 Satoshis in my video today. Hopefully nobody caught that. I'm sure some of you did. Did anybody catch that? I shouldn't have asked. So some of you did get that correct. Girishik15 said it. Arthur Kamishan said it as well. So interesting, guys. That right there can show you guys how to play this move. You know that we may see some resistance here. So at this time, what I would say is this. I would say the level at which you want to purchase, if you are a breakout buyer. What do I mean by a breakout buyer? A buyer that purchases on the breakout. Then what you're going to want to do is purchase at this exact area. Oh, somebody said cup and handle. Adam Hassan said, is that a cup and handle? 100% cup and handle. Absolutely. Why is this a cup and handle? Check this out. Oh, by the way, when looking at chart patterns, you can also look at patterns at the 1 day level, 7 day level, 100. You can look at patterns in any way you want. It can form throughout weeks. It can form throughout months. It can form. Patterns are patterns. It's an indicator of price. So this is 100% a cup and handle. What is a cup and handle, right? Let's go ahead and pull up our handy dandy trading view resource here. Shout out to Antonio Rodriguez. Thank you so much, Antonio, for the super chat once again, brother. That truly does mean a lot. He said, please analyze Icon ICX. So I'll put that in our list. Icon ICX, we'll look at that today. ICX, Happy New Year, by the way. Thank you, brother. Happy New Year to you as well. Yes. Somebody said, when are you going to give away the Ledger? The Ledger Nano S giveaway, if you guys are just now tuning in, the Ledger Nano S giveaway is going to be at the end of this video if we hit 20,000 subscribers. We're currently around 19,300. We'll give away a Ledger Nano S if we hit 20,000 on the live stream. So make sure you share the video. You have to be subscribed with post notifications and so forth. However, we will be giving away that Ledger Nano S to one of you guys on the live chat of YouTube. So all you got to do is answer the question. Just pay attention to everything we talk about tonight. And then coming from there, we'll do the giveaway. So we may start doing, I'll announce that later. We got a lot of stuff in the works, guys, especially for our Patreons. We got a lot of cool stuff. We're starting our trade alerts. We're still in beta, but we are starting them. We actually called out Komodo today, and I did that technical. So let's go ahead and Dylan Ward said, will it be signed? I don't know if we can do that, man. We'll see. Maybe it'll be signed. So let's go ahead and pull up some more requests here for you guys. So I know we do have a couple different coin requests. So that's pretty much what I'm seeing here. Oh, you guys want to see the cup and handle. So yes, EOS cup and handle. This is huge, guys. This is a coin that I'm very optimistic about, and everything is following the right path here. So you see a cup and handle, you see this depth form, right? Now I do want to address this. So typically with a cup and handle, you see this increase in price. Now this is the difference here. The cup and handle here, obviously there was an increase of price, but then we saw consolidation, but this translated all throughout the handle itself. So this pretty much went all the way down, rounded itself out, went all the way back here, and is now forming a handle where now we see. Now here's another thing I want you guys to keep in mind. We're forming this handle exactly where we saw this channel form here in July. And what I'll also pull up here, give me one sec. Somebody said or round bottom. I wouldn't call this, and I'll show you exactly why as soon as I can get this working here. So somebody said a round bottom. Let me kind of show you something. So with a round bottom, it's the same exact thing, but you see it with a downtrend, and it's literally exactly how a cup and handle forms. The only difference is you're coming from a downtrend rather than uptrend, but both of them indicate a positive breakout and a trend reversal. So regardless of what you're looking at, if you want to be more technical, you can call it a rounding bottom. If you want to be a little bit easier, you can call it a cup and handle. Most traders that I trade with, they just call it cups. If they see anything round, they call it a cup. But you guys can call it a rounding bottom. They are both different terms, but they mean the same exact thing. It's almost like a lot or, many. So it's the same exact thing. They're synonymous. So once again, this is the handle that we're forming right here. We saw it reach its peak here, consolidate a little bit, and you guys gotta understand this is the 1-day chart. So this right here is December 18th all the way up until now. So we've been forming the handle for that amount of time. What I really like about this chart is the EMA is starting to show upward price movement. So if we pull up the 1 hour, if you guys know how to use the EMA, it's the exponential moving average. You guys are looking to see this bounce on top of the EMA, which it did start bouncing here, did start bouncing here, but now it's bouncing a lot higher than it has in a long time, which could certainly indicate price movements heading upwards. If it breaks through this handle, then we can definitely see this price heading to the previous resistance levels, which we found right around 220,000 Satoshi. So we have this whole area to grow, and I would call this a very good trade for 2018, at least for me personally. Once again, this is not trading advice. There's no financial advice on the live stream. However, I am giving you guys my perspective. So let's take some more requests. We're going to be doing our Saya coin in just a second here. So we'll pull it up here, Saya coin. We'll do Saya coin here. And then let's go ahead and take some requests so we can add on to our requests list here. So we'll pull up the chat. You guys can actually go ahead and request your coins. And let's see what you guys have. Somebody said lend. TRX, bro. We'll look at TRX. Why don't we do TRX? We'll do TRX. Oh my gosh. I'm still getting used to this computer, guys. Bear with me. I just got the whole new setup thanks to our Patreons, of course. So I'm just making sure I have 100%. So we'll do TRX for sure. Tron. Everybody wants to do Tron. And we did talk about Tron in one of our recent videos. Verge, Breezy Man said Verge. Henry said XRO. Henry Eugene said Zen. Power. Pack. Nicholas said XRB. Raid share. Okay. Power. Greg said Power. Larson said you learn in Windows. Good. Yes, I know, man. I'm a Mac guy. I got my Mac sitting right here. I was an all Mac guy, but now I'm turning into a Windows user for the first time. So, yes. Shout out to our new Patreon, by the way. We just got a new Patreon, Michael Sherman. Thank you so much for becoming a Patreon, man. We are doing our Patreon-only Night Owl tonight, so hopefully I can meet you there, Michael. Amador said ADA. Damien said Son. Matt Ediso said Power. Please use the super chat if you guys want me to answer your question. Are you dying? Yes, that's definitely true. Mark Bliss said Mac for life. Hey man, Mac is nice, but sometimes you really gotta change it up a little bit. You know what I mean? ECA XRP. Ramsey said how to be a Patreon. The link is in the description below for Patreon. We have several different tiers. We just added a couple new ones. I know some of you guys have asked about doing one-on-one sessions with me, and obviously I'm overwhelmed with a lot of requests, so I've now added one-on-one sessions there so you guys can just look at the different tiers. But we're going to be doing a VIP and above, which is tier 1 and above soon. We're going to be doing some special things for them. But let's take this request. I see a lot of fun today, so we'll do Funfair, we'll do Tron, we'll do Icon and Siacoin, and we'll jump right into a technical analysis right now. Somebody says, what are you giving away? We're giving away the Ledger Nano S tonight. So if we hit 20,000 subscribers by the end of this live stream, we'll give away the Ledger Nano S to one of you guys on the live chat. So make sure to share the video so we can get the subscriber goal met. And let's pull up EOS. Let's pull up Siacoin here instead of EOS. So we'll do SCBTC, and we'll look at this chart. Let's do the, first we'll do the 1 day really quick. Okay, interesting. So almost like we had this huge correction here, but now we're seeing some price action occur right here around the 7th day. But it looks like we did see some strong resistance around 747 Satoshis. You know, I kind of want to pull this up on CoinMarketCap and look at what this total market cap is, because this is an interesting coin. It did see some interesting price movement. Let's go ahead and pull this up here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, see, so Windows isn't the best. It's not working 100% efficiently. So let's pull up Siacoin really quick and see where we're at in terms of total market cap. Right under $1 billion. Interesting. So I like that. The fact that we're right under $1 billion. USD valuation is at an all-time high, but BTC Satoshi value is pretty low compared to where it went previously. It looks like around June 15th of 2017. Total market cap at $1 billion. I like that. It has a high market cap, which is good. The coin itself, I haven't done my fundamental analysis yet, so I'd love to do that for a coin like this, but it does look like our USD valuation is fairly high. And one thing that I do want you guys to understand is when USD valuation goes up, obviously the BTC valuation typically goes up, or the Satoshi value. If you guys don't know what Satoshis are, it's like the cents of Bitcoin. So it's the fractionalized currency of Bitcoin. So if you look here, this is 400 Satoshi, 500 Satoshi, 600 Satoshi, 700 Satoshi, 800 Satoshi. So it's a good way to predict price movements. I know some of you guys have said, stop using Satoshis. But you got to use Satoshis. You got to know what is the price compared to Bitcoin. So let's go ahead and pull up the 1 hour, see if we have anything forming here for Siacoin. Interesting. So obviously we do have this upward trend here. This channel that's forming here. Finding some ground level here, which is good. You know why I like these type of graphs? You can see clear channels. When there's a clear channel, you can make clear decisions, guys. One thing my mentor taught me, he said, Naeem, whenever you're trading, you have to be able to make a clear-headed decision, because there's a lot of rubbish out there. There's a lot of news, there's a lot of technical rubbish, there's a lot of different indicators that can throw you off. You have to make a clear decision with a clear head. And when you look at a coin like this that has this channel forming, it allows you to make these decisions because you can see exactly where this support is located and where the candlesticks are riding on top of. Now, it looks like we're starting to bounce on top of the EMA, but the EMA was extremely volatile over this run-up. It looks like we saw this previous consolidation. So what I would draw out here is pretty simple. You know, we can look at the different patterns here, but there's some pretty clear indicators just based upon support and resistance levels. So there's obviously some resistance right over here around 267 Satoshis, and now we're forming our positive channel heading towards that previous resistance. Now, when we did hit that resistance, it looks like we were still under 70 RSI, but right now we're under 67 RSI. We're right at 66.37. So we're still good on RSI. EMA, we're just now bouncing on top of. What I would say with this coin right here with Siacoin, you have to be cautious at the fact that we are heading towards these all-time high levels. And not only that, we saw this huge downward correction occur after this initial run-up. So it's a coin that I would be cautious with in the manner that it's seen these huge downturns in the past. You saw it here too, when it reaches these levels of resistance. So if it does go right through this resistance level, I would watch to see, okay, is it going to pass this resistance level? What I like about coins like this, though, is you can actually put in your position in a fractionalized manner. So if I were to buy this coin, this is how I would purchase it. I would probably purchase 3 different layers here. I would buy my first position, maybe like right now, because we're pretty low on this support line. I can buy it right here, maybe buy 25% of my position here. And then I watch the coin to see, is it going to continue to run up here? Something else you can do, if you guys want to make additional profits and squeeze out your profits. Understand, profits, it's like having a sponge, right? You just squeeze the profits out. So let's say it follows the channel as it has been, and it starts to go upwards from this channel. Then you can determine, okay, it's probably going to start going back down as soon as it gets to around this height level. And now you can make a trade and then take your profits just from that quick, that's called the day trader, by the way. It's just that quick swing. And then as it starts heading back down, maybe put another 25% order, and you can kind of just play with the channel until it starts heading towards this previous resistance, where now you can put the majority of your investment in as soon as it breaks out for confirmation that there's going to be a breakout. Or if it doesn't, you have your stop losses set up throughout this channel based upon this support line that's ascending. You can set up your channels here, your stop losses, to ensure that you have maximum profits without any sort of losses. So hopefully that helped out a little bit. Did that help out? Let's see the chat. Did that help out a little bit? Liam said, how about LTC? I know we got a couple super chats here. Thank you so much, guys. Looks like we got a super chat from Jonathan Hines. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Arthur said, yes, it did help. Andreta said, yeah, bro. Chris Gonzalez said, hell yeah. Leon said, very informative. Ryan Love said, yes, thanks. You're welcome, Ryan. Good to have you, man. Hopefully I'll see you on our Discord. We're doing our Patreon only Night Owl, so maybe you guys can tune in there. So we do have some super chat requests here, guys. We're going to be looking at, Jonathan Hines said, check out CND. So we'll look at CND. Antonio Rodriguez says, please analyze Icon ICX. Happy New Year. Yes, I think we did that. Nick Lol Gurjaraj said, Substratum. Yes, for sure. We can do Substratum. Jonathan Hines did another CND. Thank you so much for the super chat. Suryan said, check out Substratum. Looks like a perfect descending triangle. 4-hour chart. Not sure if you use that time frame, but it looks good to me. Yeah, I use the 4-hour sometimes. Definitely. You can tell a lot from the 4-hour. So yeah, we'll definitely do that, Suryan. We'll look at sub. We'll actually put that here on one of the top portions of the list. And then we'll check out, Yuham said, lower the font on super chat pop-up cuts off. Okay, thank you so much, brother. Thank you for mentioning that here. Lower, okay. Awesome. Hopefully that is a little bit better. Thank you so much, brother. Mitch said, been here for a couple weeks now. Amazing content, man. Keep it up, and looking forward to 2018. Added to my EOS position, by the way. LMAO, snipers out. That is awesome, brother. Thank you for the kind words. Somebody said, H-share, pretty please, brother. Front loading. Alright, brother, we got you, Sasha. We'll definitely do H-share. Thank you so much for the super chat. Somebody said, what is the giveaway going to be today? So, yes, we're giving away a Ledger Nano S. So that's going to be a hardware wallet where you guys can store your coins. If you guys don't want the Ledger, we can always switch that out with maybe like all the books on our book list. We'll probably, I mean, it's up to you, but most of you are going to want the Ledger Nano S. Who doesn't want a Ledger Nano S? There's also a link in the description if you guys don't win. Obviously, you guys can always purchase the Ledger Nano S on your own. It's right over $100, I think. I'm not sure, but it's definitely one of the safest ways to store your Bitcoin other than having a paper wallet. So if you guys don't know, there's 3 types of wallet. Well, there's more, but there's 3 primary types of wallets. There's hardware wallets, paper wallets, and software wallets or program wallets. There's also web wallets and stuff like that, but those are like the 3 primary ones. Hardware wallets are so-and-so. You know, I think they're safe. Some people don't. So obviously a USB drive that you hold on your own is pretty safe to me. But obviously there's always these bugs and software glitches and bugs that can come into that. And then you've got paper wallets where you actually have your private keys on paper, and then nobody can obviously access those. But if you lose it, you're pretty much gone, and then so forth. So let's go ahead and finish these requests, guys. Well, let's take some questions in between on the YouTube chat here. Thank you so much for the super chat, Mr. ZT with the beats. I love it, man. If you're making beats, by the way, we're always looking for talent here on Snipers Tube. So we actually just got a new content creator. He'll be launching soon on the channel. We'll most likely post this video either tonight or tomorrow. So stay tuned for that, guys. Abe Lee said you're gonna hit 20,000 tonight. Well, yeah, we'll hit if we hit 20,000. By the way, that's how. We're only giving away the ledger if we hit 20,000 by the end of this live stream, not tonight. It has to be at the end of this live stream, so make sure you share. Gideon said, hey, Naeem, keep it up. Thanks. Thank you, man. Vivnit, what's your view on 10x pay? I need to do a little bit more on that one because I've looked into it, but not as much as I want to, and I only want to talk about things that I know that I'm competent on. Antonio said, icon, please. You haven't done it yet. Okay, man. Fine. I have it on my list, dude. Trust me. But we'll do it here. You want to force it in there through Super Chat? I'm fine with that. Let's do this here. So we did see this breakout. I would have said purchase right there because you have this support level that was formed around 3,646 Satoshis. There was some resistance here around 4,300 Satoshis. As soon as I saw this breakout, I would have kind of been aware of the fact that, hey, we should probably put a buy order in here. But what's cool is we're seeing some resistance where we previously saw resistance right around 5,082 Satoshis, as you can see. And let's see the 1 day on this really quick just to ensure. Okay, it's a fairly new coin. Let's pull up market cap then for Icon, being that it's such a new coin apparently. 842 at a 3-cent market cap. We're seeing some volatility here, typical for coins like this. Here's what I would say about Iconic, brother. At the end of the day, oh, this is the wrong coin. I'm sorry. ICX. Icon. Rank 20. There you go. Sorry about that. $6.23. Okay, this is a lot better. I like this because with this coin, we're seeing gradual run up. We're not seeing some crazy. Let me show you something real quick. XVG BTC. Look at this chart, guys. When you see this, you have to understand that this is ridiculous. Like you can't even see the graph because it's so diluted with this parabolic run up that we saw. But that's why you have to sometimes zoom into the 3 months to really see the actual price movement that occurred. But let's pull up Icon once again. $2 billion market cap. That's perfect. It looks to see here. We did see this. Okay, it looks like they just started adding the market cap here. As soon as it hit $1 billion, there was $0 US market cap. Could have been for many different reasons. Maybe Coin Market Cap didn't update that. But what we're looking at here, obviously, there is some support levels forming. So I do like that fact. Is this even the right coin here? Let me make sure this is correct. So why is it not pulling up the past charts? That is weird. It looks like it's only pulling up such a certain amount of history here. But that's fine. We'll pull up the 1 hour here. So what I would say here, there's obviously some support levels around 3,677 Satoshis. We saw this run up, just shoot up right now. Now we're seeing some resistance. I would watch to see, is this going to form a head and shoulder? And if it does, the shoulder would form right here around 4,500 Satoshis. If we can form a head and shoulder, because what's happening right now is the EMA is starting to curve. Now, when the EMA curves like this, it typically indicates that prices are going to start reversing. And one thing you guys can do, if you guys don't know, the EMA stands for the exponential moving average, by the way. So if you guys don't know what an EMA stands for, exponential moving average. And what you're looking for at the exponential moving average is, are the candlesticks bouncing on top of the EMA? So in this case, okay, there you go. So this is good. We're seeing some positive movements. If it does form a green candlestick here, that would be really good because that means it doesn't complete the head and shoulder. And if it did complete the head and shoulder, that could have been an indicator of a breakout trend reversal. So if you guys don't know how a head and shoulder looks, this is pretty much what you'll see with a head and shoulder. You'll see it reach these price levels and then form this left shoulder here after the uptrend, and then that forms the neckline. You see the head form, and then the right shoulder where there's a breakout and trend reversal. So far, it doesn't look like we're seeing that. It looks like it's about to continue to go up. And then as long as the EMA starts to curve itself back, because at this point, we're not bouncing on the EMA, we're on top of the EMA. So in terms of a buy, I would still be a little bit cautious of where the price is at right now and what it's acting like. Not only that, we're at these previous resistance levels. So the prices are high right now. You never want to buy something at a premium, right? If you're looking to take profits, though, it could certainly be a good time to do so. Something that I like to do, I actually heard this in our chat yesterday. So if you guys, I was actually on the Night Owl, and I'm going to give a shout out to the guy that, you know, really contributed to it. His name is Blue Chips. Not so you guys blow him up, but on our Discord, by the way, the Discord has been awesome, guys. We're just now really updating a lot of things here, making sure everything is streamlined properly. So just bear with us as we update everything correctly. But you know, when you look at these, you know, these analysts that are here, I remember Blue Chip mentioning yesterday about how he pretty much only focuses on coins that are under, you know, like the really small cap coins he focuses on. But the strategy is what intrigued me. He said, for example, let's say you find a coin that you want to invest in and you put in $100, right? You put in $100, you let it sit, and then once, let's say it's 4x profit, right? So it turns into $400. He would take the profits from that and then keep the initial, oh no, he'll take the initial investment out. So he'll take the 100, leave the 300 in there, and then he said he wouldn't ever touch that ever again until he was 4x profit again. So the 300 would have to turn into 1200 for him to even touch it again. And then if it does turn into 1200, he'll take the initial investment again, which was 300, because that was technically what was invested to turn into 1200. So does that make sense, guys? So he'll put in 100, it quadruples, turns into 400. He'll take 100 out, leave the 300 in there. That 100 he took out, he'll put it in another coin, and then he'll leave the 300 in there until it quadruples, hits 1200. He'll take his 300 away, and then take the 300 and put 100 in one coin, 100 in one coin, 100 in another coin, and that's another 3 coins that has a potential to move up. And then he leaves the remaining 800 in there, and then the 800 sits there, and then it repeats the process. So you wait for that to quadruple, take out the 800. So that was a really cool strategy that he described yesterday, and I thought that was awesome. It was actually in our Night Owl that he talked about it. So I actually recorded the Night Owl, so I'm going to be releasing that to our Patreons. Or I think we're going to start recording tonight. I think that's what it is. So our Patreons, Tier 2 VIP and above, will receive that. And then we're also going to have another Patreon-only Night Owl tonight, which will be recorded and released to our Patreons, Tier 2 and above. So if you guys are Tier 2 and above, which is VIP, then you guys will have that. So, but yeah, we're going to be doing our Patreon-only Night Owl. So if you guys go here to the left-hand side and you go under live stream, we're going to have a separate one for Patreon Night Owl. So, we'll have that up fairly soon. I don't think it's up just yet. It may be under Patreon exclusive. No, it's not. So that one will be up soon. We'll have one of our moderators work on that, hopefully. But let's go ahead and take these requests, guys. So we got Icon out of the way. That's what I would say with Icon. I would be cautious at these high levels in terms of Satoshi value. Now, if you look at USD value, I'm sure you can't even pull up USD value here. So yeah, that's what I would say. I would say just be cautious at this point. I mean, it may continue to go up. Here's what I like about playing at the resistance level. If it's already up here, you might as well wait for the breakout, because if it doesn't break out, it's not going to break out. But if it does break out, then there you go, you can still capitalize on your profits. So I would actually have a buy order placed right over here, right around, it looks to be 5,219 Satoshis. The reason I like to buy at the breakout is to have that confirmation, especially if we're at these high levels. But that's more of a day trading, swing trading strategy rather than a value investor type of investment. So shout out to our new Patreons, guys. We got some new Patreons. I do want to mention this. Shout out to Zach Tickman. Thank you so much, Zach. Shout out to Richard Reboledo. I like that. Shout out to Amaya Wing. Thank you. Or Wing. Sorry. And then shout out to Chelsea Diggs. We do appreciate your patronage. And then Augustus just edited his to get the trade alerts, which is good. Yes, we have our trade alerts on Patreon as well, so we are starting to release that out. I actually called Komodo today. Let's actually look at the graph just to see. Yep, look at that. We did break out. We're breaking out right now. I actually called this right at the tip here. I was watching this coin, so I actually have a position in Komodo right now. So I do all of my trade alerts on Patreon for the, I think it's one of the lower, less than VIP. So anyways, let's go ahead and look at Tron now. We did get a request for Tron. We'll pull up Tron. We did get another. You're very welcome, Antonio. Thank you, brother. Right on time. Look at that. I know we got some other super chats, guys. I just produced a track for REFRENCES. Please talk about Vertcoin and Verge. All right, we'll do Vertcoin and Verge. Dragon Coin. Okay, we got a lot of super chat requests, guys. Okay, so thank you so much, Sholob, for your super chat. We'll do Dragon. We're gonna be up all night. Well, that's fine because we're gonna be giving away that Ledger Nano S tonight. So as long as we hit 20,000 subscribers, then we can do that. So I'll put Dragon Coin / Kin. Thank you so much for the super chat. Z Twith the Beats. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. They called Ethereum to go up to $1,000 in a day or two. Any thoughts on that, Manny? I've been calling Ethereum over 1,000 for quite a while now. If you guys are patrons and you guys have heard me walk into the Patreon chat room on Discord, I've told you guys before that I believe Ethereum is going to be huge. Guys, Ethereum is the Linux of blockchain. I mean, you're building all of these apps on Ethereum. Why is it so undervalued? Because of the fact that most people are focused on all of these other coins, where in fact you should be focused on the freaking technology. That's what's going to be huge. It's the technology, not the stupid cloud decentralized whatever. Like, it's okay, Ethereum, guys, you're looking for the needle in the haystack here, guys, and it's going to be pretty obvious. I remember in 98, I was talking to my mentor. He said in 98, I remember where everybody was talking about Microsoft. And if you would have just bought Microsoft at that time, multi-millionaire. Another mentor of mine actually told me this. He said, I remember when people used to invite me to these conference rooms at a hotel. Anybody here ever been to a conference room at a hotel for an event? I'm sure you guys have. And they were pitching Amazon. They were like, oh, Amazon's going to be the next e-commerce distribution giant. And everybody's like, some investors just walked out. He said he was one of the investors to walk out. He didn't want to invest in it. Well, guess what? You could have been a multi-millionaire, but you were closed-minded. So, anyways, yes, Ethereum, I love Ethereum. But EOS is Ethereum on steroids. Just saying. there's a Microsoft, but there's always an Apple too, huh? I just produced a track for REFRENCES. Please talk about Vertcoin and Verge. Awesome. We'll take that request here, Vertcoin. If it's 2 requests in one, I'm going to do one of them. So I'll slash it and we'll do a vote. Coco Neal, thank you so much, brother. I'm not sure this is a stupid question, but can you please explain how to day trade a descending channel? Thanks. Yeah, 100%. When you're finding a descending channel, like right here, if you want to day trade a descending channel, then you just need to know where are the support and resistance levels forming within the channel. So let's say I was going to trade, what the heck is going on here? Okay, if I was going to trade this channel and I wanted to day trade it, it would have to be very minute transactions, a lot of minute transactions. But let's say we were forming this channel and we saw this occur. Right away, I would say this. I would say, okay, if I was watching this channel from this point where we saw it bounce, 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 right here, I would have known, okay, I could probably day trade this. So if it would have went back down here, I would have purchased here, bam, wait for it to bounce, sell there, wait for it to go down, didn't go down, I would have purchased yet because it didn't hit yet, I would have known, waited, bam, went down, purchased right there, have my stop loss right under just in case, because it is negative, you want to have stop losses, and then bam, would have profited on this jump up, and then it would have went down, broke this channel, then I would have redistributed my positions to figure out what am I going to do next. Then I would have formed a horizontal pattern here. So day trading is a skill, guys. Day trading is something that you really have to focus in and hone in on. I like day trading descending patterns, to be quite frank with you, because with descending patterns, you're buying the coin typically at a lower cost, number one, and number two, sometimes they're easier to actually look at because you see clear levels of a channel. So it's all about what channel is forming. So if you guys type in channel on Google, Channel charts. Let's go ahead and look at channel. What is a channel? Price channels. The formula above. Price channels can be used on intraday, daily, weekly, or monthly charts. The look back period can be shorter or longer. The article. All right, let's see here. Generally, a channel consisting of 4 contact points is necessary for the channel to be considered tradable. There are 3 ways to locate an equity to which strategy can be applied. Now, you don't have to follow all that crap. You don't have to see 4 touch points. That's not necessary, guys. I mean, if you're truly in this market, you know, like you understand that a lot of these rules change. A lot of these patterns are typically like 6 to 24 week patterns, but we're using them in day patterns. So, you know, you got to understand this is a different market. It's volatile, number one, and these patterns are actually made for a volatile market. But you look at all these things online. That's why you guys have to be specific with who you take advice from. Number one, you shouldn't be taking like real. You should be taking perspective, is what I call it, not advice. Take perspective from others so you guys can understand their mindset. You know. ENG. Hopefully that helped out, Coke. It's 673. I'm gonna go get myself a Chipotle bowl. Alvaro, thank you so much, Mr. Marcos. He said ENG, full of MIT people. MIT pretty much creates and validates all of the cryptography that you see in blockchain, other than IOTA. They created their own cryptography. So, and I know it's not said cryptography, but I like saying it like that. So, mind me. ENG, full of MIT people, private contracts, 5 times easy. We'll take a look at that. Good one, Alvaro. Good promotion. Let's look here. All right. Let's pull this up. Verge. We're going to be looking at Verge. I just want to address these requests here so we can set up. Somebody said, what are you doing to giveaway? Okay, the giveaway is for the Ledger Nano S. If we hit 20,000 subscribers on the live stream, we'll be giving away that Ledger Nano S to one of you guys. So that's just so you know. Thank you, Antonio. Once again, Luma said request network, please. All right, we'll do REQ as well. We'll pull up those requests. And let's just dive right into it. So if you guys use the super chat, I will go back and look at your requests after we go through a couple of these right now. Shout out to our new Patreons, Ron. Thank you so much, brother. Good to have you in the Patreon squad. We're going to be doing a Patreon only Night Owl tonight. So the Discord link is in the description below. There is a web version, mobile version, and a phone version. You guys can access the Night Owl with any version. And then if you pretty much go down to the live stream area, we're gonna have a Patreon only Night Owl chat here set up, and then you guys can actually go in there and do a voice chat with us in which we can actually ask questions and have a two-way dialogue on all of your questions. If you guys just want to listen in, you can listen in, but that's only be open for Patreons tonight. And if you are a VIP tier 2 and above, you will be getting the recording of that from tonight. So thank you so much, Ron, and then Jason Mays as well. Thank you so much for becoming new Patreons. Let's go ahead and pull up these requests, guys. So we did. So have we done TRX yet? No, we haven't done TRX. So let's do Tron. Tron is an interesting coin. I am looking to, you know, really start focusing a little bit more on this coin here. We see this huge breakout. By the way, we predicted this, guys. You want to know how we predicted this? We drew out this cup and handle. Oh, by the way, I just got a message from one of our admin. Oh, so our admin team is going to be at the Night Owl too, so you guys can actually talk to them and ask them questions. But my admin just sent me a message. He said it's going to be under Patreon exclusive. So we're going to be under Patreon exclusive, under Patreon chat. Oh, right here, Night Owl. I'll join it right here. So right here, everybody that is going to our Patreon only Night Owl tonight, it's going to be under Patreon_Night Owl because we're going to have such a huge amount of viewers today. So I wanted to make sure we can have some exclusivity for some of you guys. Yesterday we had an awesome Night Owl. Actually continued on until like 12 hours later. I wasn't in there for 12 hours, but there was some awesome stuff going on there. So yes, we called this yesterday, guys. You see this cup and handle form. If you guys don't know how a cup and handle looks, you just pull up our trading, our Discord, and then you go to cup and handle up here, and you can see exactly how this looks. We called this yesterday. I believe it was yesterday on our live stream. Since we do this every night, we pretty much are up to date with all of these, and you can see we rounded itself up here. The handle was formed, and then we saw this breakout, guys. And you know what's so big about this is it just truly defines what the importance of these cup and handles and these charts are, guys. I mean, it's not just cup and tea for fun. I mean, this is real money that we're playing with, guys. I mean, some of you guys have families out there, right? Some of you guys have children out there. You guys are trying to really, you know, just pay the bills and stay afloat. Some of you guys are under with your bills. Some of you guys have student debt, right? Yesterday we took a poll. We had so many of you guys talk about your student debt, and you guys want to get rid of that, right? You know, some of you guys have a mortgage that you want to pay off. Some of you guys have lawyer costs that just somehow occurred and now you have to pay those. So you guys want to make money in a market. You guys don't want to lose money. When you're playing the market, you want to really focus in on why are you doing what you're doing, and then that's going to build your drive into figuring out the how. And the how is going to be educating yourself, guys, understanding what the market is actually based upon, which is blockchain technology, and distributed ledgers is like the basic version of that. You guys have to understand that before you understand what proof of stake is and proof of work and all of the other extra curricular aspects of blockchain. So what I would say to you guys is just educate yourself properly. I also just added a new book here, one of my favorite trading books by Ray Dalio, under the helpful reads section. This is called Principles. So Principles is actually a book that talks about principles in trading. So he actually ran one of the largest hedge funds in the world called Bridgewater. So I would highly recommend this book. And then there's some other books here that I've talked to you guys about before. My first book that I ever read here, The Internet of Money, an awesome read, truly helped me understand what decentralization is versus centralization and why it can impact our real estate, our trading markets, financial markets, traditional commodities. It could impact a lot of different things, guys. So what I'm seeing here, obviously a completed pattern. At this point, I have not much to say. I mean, we called this breakout yesterday for Tron. We passed previous resistance levels. So, you know, I would wait for this type of graph to mature. Not every graph is ready to analyze. You can see it's currently trying to form a pattern, but hopefully we can find some support right here where previous resistance was created. If not, continue to go up and channel up. So EMA looks like it's pointing down right now. Even the RSI right now is pretty healthy. Volume looks like it's letting off the pedal a little bit. So we'll definitely have to continue to watch this and let it mature over the next couple of days here for Tron. So hopefully that helped out. Let's pull up. We had another super chat once again. Thank you so much for that, guys. CND BTC. Let's pull up CND here. I also want to pull up the coin market cap so you guys are aware of what we're looking at here. So Syndicator, rank 141. It's over 100 million, so I wouldn't mind trading it. I look for something that's at least over 100 million in total market cap. And as you can see here, we're forming some levels. 18 million in total volume over the past 24 hours. 2 billion total supply. Interesting. So let's go ahead and pull this chart up and look at the technicals here. Let's see if this is a good buy. Okay, so it looks like we saw this first run up and then it maintained its support. Went right back up. Looks like it's about to maintain support. It is curving up right now. So this is the 15. Let's pull up the hour. Similar. What I'm paying attention to right now out of everything here is this right here. It's obviously forming this ascending triangle here, if you look here. So it's riding on top of this support line that's ascending with the triangle. If you guys don't know what an ascending triangle is, just go to Trading 101 on our Discord. You can pull up ascending triangle, look for breakout, a little bit of consolidation. Same exact thing that we're seeing here. So I would continue to watch this, see if we can break past this resistance. You can always swing this as well. We know where the support line is at, where it's forming. There's also another one kind of right over here, but this is pretty much the primary line here, as it did overextend right around this price action right here that occurred. So this actually kept going all throughout. So pretty stable, pretty strong line there that you guys can follow. And I think as we get more narrow within this channel, it doesn't look like prices are going to be heading down for any reason. Doesn't look like it found too much weakness here at this resistance. Obviously we did see a sell-off. It tested it twice. Does that form a double top? Not in my opinion, because there wasn't enough of a candlestick form there. You can see it pretty much just touched that resistance and went down. This didn't form as high as this previous resistance, so right now we're heading right back to that level. So we'll see, can this hold up? If it doesn't hold up, what I think would happen is it's going to begin to curve down the right hand side. So if this starts to curve to the right, that could be negative for the price action, leading it to lower prices, of course. So hopefully it doesn't curve to the right hand side, and hopefully it continues to go up in that manner. So that's what I would say for a coin like this, syndicator. So hopefully that helped out quite a bit. I wouldn't trade this right now. It doesn't really, there's not much for me that would, you know, make me feel so good about this. Volume is pretty low right now, and once again, I'm looking for some clear indicators of price action, or at least positive price action. So you never know, this could certainly break through this resistance and go to the moon. So let's go ahead and continue to watch that. So hopefully that helped out. Let's pull up substratum now. Okay, let's go ahead and, not substratum, but we'll pull up, let me see this really quick. Okay, we do have another request here. Let's take in some questions in the meantime, guys. We got a ton of requests. Let's take some chat questions here. Cody Mitchell said, what about Utrust? I would have to do a little bit more technical on that one. Somebody said, no commentary pack. Quantum airdrop January 3rd thoughts. Free money? Sam? I'm probably going to make a video on that one, Sam Withers, but thanks for mentioning it. If you guys haven't heard of the quantum airdrop, definitely look that up. Chris Gonzalez, is Verge forming a cup and handle? We have Verge on our list, so we'll look at Verge. Arthur said 19,532 subs. Okay, so thank you for the update, Arthur. Appreciate that, brother. So if we hit 20,000 on the live stream, we'll go ahead and give away a Ledger Nano S, guys. If we don't hit 20,000 on the live stream, then we'll just give away a book. How about that? We'll give away a book, if anything. For those of you that are here, we definitely appreciate it. So we'll make sure you guys are rewarded. And I want you guys to educate yourself, to be honest with you. You don't need to store your Bitcoin. First, you need to find out how to make your Bitcoin, and then you can store your Bitcoin, right? Corey said, what are your thoughts on the tax vulnerability with day trading and STI? So I think with the taxes, guys, you know, my first question is, how the heck are they going to track it, right? How are they going to track? If you guys don't know, the 2018 tax laws have shifted. Now you have to pay on every single trade, apparently. And if you're paying on every single trade, then you have to be able to keep in mind that now you're paying short-term capital gains, which is why they're implementing this new tax rule, I guess. And that's because they want to take advantage of your short-term capital gains. Why not? If the government can make money, they're going to want to make it. So my thoughts on it is just, you know, Uncle Sam's going to make you bend over some way, shape, and form, right? And this is just his way of doing so. Dylan Ward said, that's horse, S-H-I-T. Right in the trash. Look at that. Malicia and Damian Johnson. I like that. You put your husband and your wife's, the husband and wife in the same name. I like that. I don't know if that's the husband or the wife, but either way, it's Mr. or Miss Johnson, right? It's XRP for me. I think we'll look at XRP before we end the stream, so we'll look at that. We have a couple requests that we have to take from the super chat. Mr. or Miss Johnson. Somebody said, are you drinking? No, this is not soda. This is water. Water, but it's essenced water. Wow, we got a ton of new Patreons, guys. I do want to give some shout outs here to our new Patreons. I hope you're recycling bin. Yeah, no, it is a recycling bin. Jarrett, don't worry, man. Crypto Keeper said it's the wife. Alright, let's see here. Have you heard about KuCoin? Sniper, bring back the wild animal background. Why? Because you got an animal in your icon? Me like coins? Josh said, oh, you made the shot in the trash, a free book giveaway. That's funny. Oh, she said the husband and the wife. That's awesome. That's how it should be. That's good. XRP breaking out now. Okay, you guys are talking about XRP. Let's check right now. Somebody said YouTube makes you thirsty. Yeah, it does when you're live streaming. Let's pull up XRP. Hopefully that helped out with Syndicator. Is XRP breaking out? I don't see breakout. I don't know what you're watching. Are you watching the USD chart? Is that what it is? I don't see a breakout right now. What the hell is water in a can? Well, it's essenced water, so it's sparkling water. So it's like soda. But there's no sugar, none of that crap. I don't drink soda. Had to Google what on earth Patreon means, Greg B. That's funny. Patreon is just a service. It's a way for you guys to contribute. Obviously, there's a lot of overhead involved with running snipers too. We have servers, we have web designers at work, we have server designers, we have engineers, we have analysts, developers. There's so much stuff that we're putting together right now, and it helps contribute to the community. So, obviously, you know, we want to ensure that the Discord is all up and running. If you guys, do you guys like the new Discord, by the way? Shout out to Lando and Sparks, by the way. The two leadership leaders in our Discord, guys. They've done such a good job at handling everything. You guys love all of these new roles here. Doesn't it look a lot nicer? You guys can distinguish all of the promoters and who is an analyst. Youngboy26 said hi. Hi, Youngboy. What are your opinions on Kin? I would want to do a little bit more on that, Romeo. Hey, we got a green screen. Yes, we did, Alex. Yes, we did. LOL, you watch the charts and we will watch your health, bro. Bubbly water, oh no. That's hilarious. Arthur said that makes more sense. Okay, let's pull up some other technical charts here, guys. What indicators tell you where the resistance levels are at? Good question, Aaron. Let's do a little basic level course here for you guys. And before we do, let's go ahead and take some requests. I know Lumius D, I know I got your request, brother. We'll definitely do that. Thank you for the super chat, brother. And then shout out to our new patrons, by the way. We got Coke O'Neill. Thank you so much, Coke O'Neill. Thank you so much, Ali Hassan Zadea. Thank you, brother. Shout out to Hamza. Big shout out to Hamza. He actually became a tier 2 Patreon, which is awesome. So you'll actually be allowed to get all of my trade alerts that I start posting on the Patreon. Samuel Franz, thank you so much, brother. Appreciate it, brother. Dattran, thank you so much. You're a tier 1 Patreon VIP, so you'll actually be at some of our private live calls on Discord. Savan Tutajuan, shout out to Savan, new Patreon, guys. Let's go ahead and look at this question. So he said, how do you look at the resistance and support levels? So let's go to Google. Why don't we do Google together? So what I've found is a lot of the newcomers in trading, you know, they can Google stuff, but they still don't understand it. They want somebody to walk them through. They want Naeem. They're like, Naeem, could you tell me about the support levels? Yeah, I can do that. Let's talk about it. They want somebody to walk them through. Let's do resistance level here. So what is a resistance level? It's a price point on a bar chart for security in which upward price movement is impeded by an overwhelming level of supply for the security that accumulates at a particular price level. So what does that mean in layman's terms? Resistance levels are characteristically found at the upper levels of range-bound markets. Here's what it means. So it's almost like a ball. I'm going to simplify this. I am the master at simplification. My mentor taught me this. My mentor, his name is James Tate. He said, Naeem, if you understand a subject thoroughly and you claim you're a master at it, you should be able to explain it simply. So if you know somebody that can explain something in a simple way, then you know you found an expert. So how do you explain Ethereum in a simple way? How about that? We're going to give away a free Internet of the Money book right now. If you guys comment on how do you explain Ethereum in a simple way, whoever comments first on YouTube, how do you explain Ethereum in a simple way, the way I said it though earlier in the stream? Let's see who's paying attention. We'll give away a free book here right now, the Internet of Money. How do you explain Ethereum in a simple way? How do you explain Ethereum in a simple way? The way I explained it earlier. Ethan, you said apps, but that's not it. It's like the App Store. It's not apps. You build apps on Ethereum, Ethan. You were close, man. Sorry, but you didn't get it. Gerald Wizard. You got it, brother. Send me a private message on Discord. Let me know that you won, and we'll go ahead and get that sent out to you, Gerald. He said it's like the App Store. So Ethereum is like the App Store. You build applications on Ethereum, except they're not called apps, they're called DApps. What are DApps? Decentralized applications. What is decentralization? You probably need to get the book for yourself. So if you guys want the book, it's on our Discord. You just go down here to helpful reads, and you can see all of our helpful reads here. So we'll be giving away one of these to the individual that just won. Gerald Wizard. We'll go ahead and take his name down here, so we'll verify that. Wizard. Free book. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about these support levels. How do you look at the support and resistance levels? So pretty much it's like a ball, right? I want to pull up a really good example. XRP doesn't see so much volatility as you see with like Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin's a perfect example, guys. Let me pull up Bitcoin right here. So what we're seeing with price action over the past couple of days is a perfect example of how support levels work. So this is pretty much where we hit bottom. It was the 50-day moving average. We saw this correction after this huge run up, and we're going to go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. So we saw this initial correction after this huge run up. We went from, we were around 6,000 where we found a little bit of stability, but we went all the way up to around 20,000 with Bitcoin. We saw this slight correction, but now we're really forming support around this 50-day moving average. So support is built on the bottom. What is support? It's literally the ground of something. So how do you know what a support level is? You're looking for the point in which the graph or the candlesticks drop down to, but never end up going under that point because of this invisible ground that just feels like it's there, right? So what do I mean by the ball example? Well, it's like you drop a ball and just imagine a ball falling from this left-hand side, just go bounce, 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 bounce. So that's what a support level is. And what is the resistance level? It's where, how high is the ball going to bounce? So in this case, the highest resistance level was around 16,000. I'm sorry. Yes, 16,379 Satoshis. Oh, I'm sorry, US dollars. We're looking at Bitcoin now. So if that's the resistance and this is a support, what does that tell you? Well, that tells you that if it starts acting in accordance of this channel, then you can trade within the channel. If it acts in an opposite manner, in which it either breaks resistance or breaks support, then you can expect some extremely volatile price action ahead. So what do I mean by that? If it breaks past the resistance, price action is probably going to start going up. If it breaks past the support, price action is probably going to go down. Here's a way that I actually was able to save a lot of profits. So I was able to actually sell my Bitcoin at 18,500-ish because I was aware of the ground level here. So I pretty much saw Bitcoin going up in value, up in value, up in value. We started hitting this big even of 20,000. So I was cautious as to whether or not I wanted to hold my Bitcoin. So if you guys were with us, who here was with us when we called when I sent out the message on Patreon? I said, hey guys, I'm selling all of my Bitcoin, just letting you guys know. I see it just broke support. Who is there? Let's go ahead and look here. Karan said, I couldn't find RSI on my charts. That's interesting. Type in relative strength index. It might work. Arthur said, I was. So, Arthur was obviously there. Dave McMurdo said, I got that message. Awesome, Dave. Thanks. Ronnie Josh said, not me. Chris Young said, I was. That's good. Didn't sell, though. That's fine. Search a channel called I Love Hashflare. He posted an old video of yours using it in his own. Interesting. Somebody said, I was. Edwin. Arthur said, I'm 12. I was here. Awesome, guys. Claudia was there. That's why he's a mod. So, most of you guys were there. Not most of you guys. A lot of you guys were there, but not all of you guys. So, that's pretty much how I was able to save myself. I was aware of the resistance. It broke support right around here. So, I saw that it formed some support right around this level. And as soon as I saw this break, I knew, all right, right here, I'm making my sell. And I was just going to wait because at this high level, kind of like we talked about with Syndicator, when you're playing with these high resistance levels and these high price levels, you want to be cautious as to what you're trading and how you're trading it. hopefully that helped out with that question. So we'll pull up Substratum here from our super chat donations. We'll do some quick chart analysis here for you guys. I think we already looked at this one. We're forming this top level of a channel. So we're forming another channel up top. Channels can form within a channel, certainly. So you're seeing the support level right here around 7,777 Satoshis. Looks like we're finding resistance around 8,600 Satoshis. And I would just play this channel out. You can even day trade this channel. So how do you do that? Well, you can just buy, sell, buy, sell. If you pull up the let's pull up the 5-minute look. You can totally day trade this. You know where the support levels are. You know where the resistance is showing. So you can just act as if this was a ball. Bam, bounce, bounce. That's how you see these traders make hundreds of thousands of dollars a day, because all they do is continuously take advantage of these price channels that form, because there's so much volatility in this market, guys. So I would say with this coin, looking at Substratum in the 1 day, I know a lot of you guys are optimistic about this. I love the coin itself. You guys know about Substratum. The owner of Java, the guy that started Java, he actually created, or he's part of this coin's development. So interesting concept. They want to decentralize. No, I'm sorry. That's not. This isn't this coin. I think that's the owner of Java is involved with it. It's a different coin. This coin is actually the one that's trying to decentralize the web. So it's trying to create a decentralized internet. So that's the interesting fundamental aspect of this coin, which I think is a little bit far-fetched in terms of the next 1 or 2 years. I think it's more of a 5 to 10 year plan. So if you see here at the 1 day, we're at all-time high levels. So I would just be cautious at this level, guys, especially with Substratum finding this resistance. Not only is it finding resistance right here around 8,300, 400 Satoshis, it's also riding along the resistance level. That's not necessarily the best sign, but it's also not a bad sign, because you can see here, if it does continue to ride through this level and form support, it can show some slight stability around this level, therefore incurring the fact that if it does break out, we can always find support back at these levels. So I would say to watch the channel, play the channel. So when I say play the channel, the same way I talked about Bitcoin, play the channel either negative or positive. So if it goes up or down, you know, okay, this is going to show even more dramatic price movements if it does break through this channel. You also have a little bit of support down here, so you can be pretty confident in your trades when making this sort of transaction. So hopefully that helped out with Substratum. We got a couple different requests here. Let's take some questions, guys. Let's take some chat questions in the YouTube chat here. We definitely want to address some of you guys. Let's go ahead and look at the YouTube chat here. So we've got Naeem. What are your thoughts on IEXEIC? I have never seen that coin, so I would have to look into that, brother. Sorry. And I can't do a full-on analysis here. It takes me about 4 to 5 hours to really look at a altcoin or a ICO coin or a newer coin, any coin in that manner. You know, you really want to look at the team. You want to look at all aspects of the white paper, all aspects of the technology. What is the supply limit? What type of blockchain are they running on? A lot of different aspects matter when looking at coins. So somebody said, how about TRX? Just joined, so IDK if you've talked about it already. Yes, Baldeep, we already talked about TRX, unfortunately. We have a lot of super chat requests that we need to get through, so I can't go over it, but you can always watch this video again. We do it every night, though, so every night we're looking at these charts, because every night it changes. If you guys are not up to date every night, then you're not up to date with the market. Shout out to our new Patreons, Alex Gleason, thank you so much, and then Khalil just edited himself to get the trading alerts and stuff. So Khalil, you'll be receiving all of my trade. That's your opportunity to know when I buy, sell, or I'm watching a coin. So shout out to you for becoming a new Patreon. You'll be getting all of my trade alerts. And we are going to be doing that Patreon only Night Owl tonight. So where is the Night Owl going to be? Well, the Night Owl is going to be right over here. So somebody just asked, where's the Night Owl? It's going to be right over here, Patreon Night Owl. Under the Night Owl, under this little owl. So that's on our Discord. That ball analogy was awesome, man. Made so much sense for me. Good stuff, Aaron. I'm glad it did, bro. Did Patreon support and liking this, trying to get my stuff set up for Discord? Does it update on its own, or does... No, it updates on its own. It'll give you an automatic role here. So as soon as you become a patron, you'll get an automatic role here. It's a special role. So that'll automatically be given. Somebody said... Funcoin, Chad. A lot of people are talking about Funcoin. We might have to look at it. What kind of pattern do you see on Dragon Chain? We'll look at Dragon Chain. go ahead and notated that for you, so we'll definitely look at that. What are good 1-year holds for 2018? Justin, Fernando. If you were to ask me that on the top of my head, I'd say EOS, OMG, Undervalued. That's all. Anytime I look at those coins, I'm like undervalued, undervalued, undervalued. I think Stellar will rise. I think Ethereum's a great hold too. Not because it just broke out, because I've always talked about Ethereum. So a couple of them. XVG broke out. Let's look at XVG real quick. Did it break out? I don't see too much of a breakout there. Nothing significant. Verge. We'll look at the Verge chart. Yeah, we can do Verge. Why don't we do Verge now? We're already here. We did get that request here. I know we still got Dragon Chain, H-Share, ENG, REQ. We'll look at all of those. Let's pull this up here. So with Verge, what are we looking at here? Okay, I know we've been drawing patterns out for quite a while now with Verge. It did form this double top here, drop down after that. Let me clear this for you guys so you guys aren't too overwhelmed here. What I would say right now, I would change up a little bit here of what I'm looking at here. So I would say this is going to show everything we just saw, but yes, focus on the green. So it looks like we're finding some support levels right around the 1,112 Satoshi level. We're seeing this bounce back. So it didn't break out, it just bounced back. I would say this is a good buy. If you guys are looking to get into XVG, this is a potential good buying point. As long as it stays within this price level and you see price action heading up, you can have your stop losses set up, guys, right under this level here, because you know this is support. Have your stop losses set up right over here. If you guys know what stop losses are, it automatically inputs your trade. So if you want to, so basically if you buy here and then you sell here, you're not losing that much money. But if you buy here and it shoots up, you make profit, and you know where previous levels of resistance occurred. So if it bounces from here and then goes back up to these previous resistance levels, you make money there. So I would say if you're looking to get a position in Verge, this would be a good opportunity, as it is in the bottom of its channel, all the way in this area of 1,120 Satoshis, where at the top of the channel we're around 1,690 Satoshis. So there's definitely an opportunity to buy there. Now if it breaks through, just have your stop losses set up. That's what I would say with Verge, and then let it mature a little bit. We just saw this breakout. That's much of what I can say. Did they release the Wraith protocol? Let's ask that question to the audience. Did they release Wraith? Let's see who here knows, because I actually don't know. Did they release the Wraith protocol, guys? Somebody said, David Howard. I use more of price rather than percentage. I used to use percentage, but this is more volatile, so I'm, really looking at what am I willing to lose. Yes, they did. Yes, super late though. Yes, they did. They released Wraith. That's good. But it doesn't work on Mac, LOL. Okay. Well, thank God I got a Windows now, huh? Jaleesa said Power or R-Chain. I think we're going to look at one of those. I'm not sure. They did, but never announced on Twitter. Oh, of course. Their communication is ridiculous. Somebody said yes, but bugs. Another test going on. Interesting. They released it and it's bugged. Okay, of course. 1 hour download on Mac, didn't use it. Interesting. Not officially, just on GitHub. Okay. How do you set up the charts like that? I would say, dude, get on our Discord. That's the best thing you can do. Get on our Discord and that'll help you out, man. The link is in the description below. Somebody said, do you buy or sell alt for ETH even when it's valued at a new high, or do you wait for ETH to go? It depends what I'm doing. I mean, that's more of a preference in my opinion. I think that you should grow dreadlocks. That would be boss. That would be interesting. The channels on Wraith was insane. Interesting. Is that a cup and handle on Verge? No, I don't see a cup and handle forming here. Not anything new. I don't see a cup and handle, no. This isn't a cup and handle either, because it didn't go back up to these previous resistance levels. The handle has to go all the way back up. This is just nothing. It's not a cup and handle. Stuart Hale said, name, what's up with Lisk? We'll have to look at some of these super chats before we take more requests, guys. I can't take any more chat requests. I need to take more super chat requests because I have a lot of super chat requests that need to be taken care of. So we did Verge. So instead of doing Vertcoin, we did Verge. We're going to go ahead and look at H-share now. If you got somebody said, what is the Night Owl tonight? The Night Owl is going to be Patreon only tonight. So pretty much if you don't know what a Night Owl is, it's pretty much the after party of this live stream where we actually go into a dialogue conversation where some of you guys will ask me questions. Anybody is welcome as tonight, only Patreon. So if you're a Patreon, you can obviously get all that set up before the Night Owl. It'll automatically give you the Patreon role. You can access under Patreon exclusive. Just open up Patreon Night Owl, and we'll be right here waiting for you guys. If you guys just want to listen in and not ask questions, that's completely fine as well. And shout out to all our new Discord members too. I think we just did over 11,000, so that is also an awesome part here. So let's go ahead and look at these charts here, guys. Looks like everybody's chatting around. So let's pull up H-share here. H-share BTC. I just got a text. Are you really giving away a nano? Yes, we are giving away a nano. We're giving away a Ledger Nano S at the end of this live stream for those of you paying attention if we hit 20,000 subscribers by the end of the live stream. If not, we'll probably give away a book. Let's go ahead and look at H-share on CoinMarketCap here. Let's go ahead and pull this up really quick. I want to make sure I see the technicals here. 1 billion market cap. Looks like we're heading towards previous USD levels, but Bitcoin Satoshi levels have stayed stagnant over the past couple of weeks. Could potentially have a breakout, guys. You can see Satoshi levels have been pretty equal here, which is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. Let's go ahead and pull up this chart. HSR. HSR BTC. So yeah, this is what I like about this, guys, is the fact that it knows how to maintain its prices. But we saw this huge volatility at first. Looks like volume was through the roof. Now you're seeing volume starting to increase. This is going to be an interesting trade, guys. Volume is starting to stabilize and increase. I wonder what H-share does, to be quite honest with you, because the chart is not atypical for, or it's pretty atypical for, it says a standard of value. Okay. A decentralized open source cross-platform cryptocurrency. Exchange value and data cross-platform easily. Based on highly secure and authenticated channel. A side chain for both block-based and blocklist-based blockchains. Okay, interesting. I'd probably want to do more research on something like this. But, yeah, that's cool. And it's over $1 billion, so I wouldn't mind trading it if I needed to. I'm looking at these Satoshi levels, and I like what I see. I mean, looks like we saw this initial run-up. This is kind of concerning, but this was a huge run-up that we saw. Then we saw that sell-off. But that's quite a lot of volatility here. A lot of money could have been made around those levels too. So what I would say of the chart like this, there's some support lines here, of course. You see there's some clear support here. There's some clear resistance levels. I would really, I would say with this type of coin, this for me would be more of a value trade. I would not, you know what, let me even remove these drawing tools. So here's what I would say. In this chart, I would value trade a coin like this because of the fact that there's not much volatility, guys. I mean, if you want to trade H-share, then you might as well just go to the stock market, open up an E-Trade account, and start trading, because there really isn't much volatility in my opinion. If we look at percentage-wise, US dollars, there might be volatility, but for Bitcoin value, there really isn't. And that's what I'm looking at right now. I'm not looking at the US value, because to be honest with you, it's almost irrelevant in this case when you want to look at Satoshi value to see how's it acting against Bitcoin. So what I would say for a coin like this is it's a value investment for me. I don't see much volatility, therefore it's not something that I would really want to trade for volatility's sake, rather trade it for value's sake. So hopefully that helped out. Let's take a look at either Dragon Share or Kin. Let's take a vote, guys. Dragon Share or Kin. We got a super chat request. They asked for both. We're only going to do one. Which one should we do? Let's look at the chat here, guys. Value, Dragon Chain or Kin? What do you guys say? When is the end of the live stream? Arthur said. We'll be done fairly soon, actually. As soon as we're done with these requests, we're going to head over to our Night Owl. Dragon, kin. Alright, I see more dragon. Scott LaRock said dragon. We got to do dragon, guys. Let's do dragon chain. What is the ticker for dragon chain? DRGN, of course. DRGN. Doesn't pull up, unfortunately. Rank number 49. Wow. 47% up for the day on Bitcoin value. What I would say I can't do a fundamental analysis, but it looks like price levels, what a coincidence. I would say this is a value investment too, guys. You can obviously tell there's not much volatility here. It looks like we've maintained our Satoshi level of around looks to be 800 I would say more so like 6,000 Satoshis. We've maintained 6,000 Satoshis for quite a while. Now we're heading towards 19,000 Satoshis. So I like this. I like the fact that it's continuously going up. It looks to me like something I would hold. I would hold something like this. Most secure, flexible, and business-ready blockchain platform and ecosystem. Interesting. I would say this is more of a hold, guys, just because of the lack of volatility. So hopefully that helps out. Let's do ENG. We got a super chat request for ENG. BTC. Enigma. What's up with these coins with low volatility? For a chart like this, you know, it's already broken out. There's not much you could really look at this point. Obviously, it looks to me, I mean, what is the coin market cap total supply here? 292 million. What are we volume running? It's 37. Yeah, I would say with a coin like this, I mean, it already had a breakout, so there's obviously a channel, you know, that you can see here, but it's not really relevant at this point. You could have easily predicted this, though, because it did break this channel. EMA was pointed straight up like a Falcon 9 rocket. You could have easily seen this go up. One thing I will teach you guys, though, because the EMA is a clear EMA here, if you guys look at the EMA, you can always do this to indicate price movement. Remember this, if you're writing notes, you can never determine the magnitude of the price, but you can always determine where the price movement is headed. So in this case, the price movement, you can almost draw like a little arrow here, and then this right here is showing you exactly where the price is headed. So obviously nothing is guaranteed. This could always shift, but in this case, it looks like prices are going up. You may see a potential continued breakout here. I mean, once coins break past previous resistance and reach all-time highs, you really don't know where it's going to head, because remember, you can't determine magnitude. It's all about supply and demand. So prices are based upon supply and demand. So I would say at this point, if you're holding it, good for you. Either take profits or do what we talked about before. Wait for it to go 400% up. Take your initial investment out, put that somewhere else, leave the profit in there, wait for that to 4x itself. So interesting coin there. Let's pull up REQ BTC. We're just knocking out these charts, guys. Okay, cool. So we, once again, initial run up, fairly gradual. That's what I do like about this one. Volume starting to increase. Now it's heading down a little bit. Now the one thing I would talk about this one here, the EMA for the first time in this run up is now heading down. So I would either, you can take profits. This kind of looks like how Litecoin looked. If you guys look at Litecoin when it had that previous run up where it started to go horizontal and then dropped, this may happen again. So for ENG, it's pretty much exactly what's happening, right? Look at this chart. Yes or no? LTC, whoop, horizontal drops. Same thing here. ENG, same exact thing here. I'm sorry, REQ. Same exact thing here. We see this run up, and now it's starting to form this channel. So, and EMA is pointing down. RSI is average, but now we're seeing a little bit less volume. So I would say in this case, I wouldn't call a buy here whatsoever. For me, at least, I would say I would want to wait a little bit on something like this. Let this mature, form a little bit more support, just to see if it breaks past this resistance. You can put a buy order in. Sometimes I like to do that, by the way. I'll teach you something right now. So if it hits this level, starts to kind of horizontal its way to the right, I like to sometimes draw a line right here and say, okay, if it passes this level again, I'll set up a trade alert right on top here and then make a purchase, because then I can take advantage of whatever the breakout is going to incur. So that's what I would say for a coin like that. And then let's go ahead and somebody said, what type of pattern is Dragon Chain forming, which we kind of already talked about, which was good. So we're going to be giving away that free book to Gerald Wizard, guys. And have we hit 20,000 subscribers? Are we going to be giving away the Ledger Nano S, guys? Let's go ahead and pull this up here. YouTube.com/snipers. Guys, we're going to continue this live stream. Oh no, 19,576. Very close. So we'll be giving away a book. How about that? We'll give away a book here. We'll have to do that another time. So here's the question for the book, guys. When price levels are not volatile, what type of investment should be made? A day trade, a swing trade, or a value investment if the price levels are not volatile and you believe in a coin? Let's see what you guys say. Jarish SK15 got it. He said value. First one right here. Value. Jarish SK. Thank you so much, brother. Go ahead and send me a private message. Sorry if you didn't win. We'll give away more books, guys. Don't worry. We do these live streams every night, so you guys will always have an opportunity. We're going to be heading over to our Patreon-only Night Owl, guys. Once again, if you guys know, Patreons now receive trading alerts. You guys receive a weekly newsletter I'm actually developing right now, where you see all top 5 coins of the week. We'll also we have portfolio reviews up if you guys have a portfolio you'd like for me to look at. All of that is in our Patreon. The link is in the description below. You guys can actually get on there. And if you do tonight, you can actually join our Night Owl. And if you don't have time for that, I know it's a little bit late, we'll be recording it for tier 2 and above VIPs. So if you're a VIP tier 2 and above, you actually can get the recorded version of our Night Owl tonight. The Night Owl is pretty much where we go into more depth and have more of a dialogue conversation rather than a monologue type of conversation, because obviously you guys can't talk to me right now, but in the Night Owl we can talk amongst ourselves, share ideas, ask questions, and get into more uncensored content. So that's what pretty much happens there. Night Owl is always fun. And I want to thank all of you guys for being here. If you're not on Discord, get on Discord. We just got a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Antonio. Are you familiar with XZC Zcoin? Would like to hear your thoughts on it. Not financial advice, of course. Thanks for the live stream. I've learned a lot watching your videos. Thank you, Antonio. Appreciate that, brother. I'm not familiar with it as much. I know about Zcash, not Zcoin. I don't mind looking at it, though, because that would be interesting. Let's go ahead and pull it up and see how it does look, though, really quick. Henry Mera said, hey, Henry said I said value before he did. Did you? Let's go ahead and look back here. Did you say value before him? Henry, did you say it? Let's go ahead and look. So, Jarish said value. I don't see any other value here. Nobody else said value. Nobody said value. Nobody said value. Nobody said value. Nobody said value. Nope. Nobody said value. Sorry. I didn't see it. I said value investment first. I don't mind taking value. Guys, don't argue over it. It's a book. It's a book. If you guys want the book, you can go here. Just go to the helpful reads. You might want to get a different book. You never know. But we'll definitely do more of those giveaways. Let's go ahead and pull up that coin there. I want to look at Zcoin really quick because he did bring that up, and I'm curious to see it really quick. XZC. Rank 56. Interesting. $496 million market cap. It's really going higher. You guys got to be, aware of these coins, guys, because some of these can start heading up really fast, and that's all potential gains that you could have made. So XZC BTC. I kind of want to pull this up. Ooh, I might trade this one. Okay, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful price movement here. I'm going to show you guys something really cool here. So, you guys see this right here? what is this called? Pennant, right? This is a pennant, this is a pennant, and they're the same exact thing. This is why some people make money, some people lose money in trading. So here's the pennant, and it looks like we are now ascending up. EMA pointed right up. RSI hovering over 70, pretty high. Doesn't worry me though. And then resistance level right around, looks like 1,138,000 satoshis. So 1.1 million satoshis. What I would say with a chart like this is how I would trade this. I wouldn't mind putting in a 25% order right now because it already formed a pennant, which indicates price movement heading up. And then I would probably put a 25% trade here, put another 25% trade here, and then I'll probably put my next 50% on top of this resistance to take advantage of the breakout. If not, it'll form a channel. Prices will still probably be at the similar levels if it is a channel, and that will maintain my profits, and then I'll set up my stop losses under that and then go ahead and ride this wave up. So interesting coin. I'm going to look into the technology to see if this would be a value investment for me. Private financial transactions enabled by Zero Coin Protocol. So if it's another privacy coin, that would be interesting. Public ledger to break privacy. Okay. Awesome. Thank you for mentioning that. Maybe some of you guys took some food for thought. We're going to be heading towards our Night Owl, guys. If you are Patreon, we're going to be under the Patreon exclusive Night Owl. We're going to be heading over there. I want to give a couple shout outs here. Shout out to our new Patreon, Sam Withers, Omar Guerrera. Thank you, Omar. Thank you, Foster Brooks. Thank you, Mr. or Mrs. Brooks. Adrian Wiggs. Thank you so much, Adrian. Joffrey Gaitz. Thank you so much for becoming a new Patreon, brother. See you tonight, hopefully. Han Wong. Good to have you, Han. Nathan Simon. I'll see you soon as well, Nathan. Hopefully you'll be on the Patreon Night Owl. And then shout out to Michael Mullinax. I'm going to see you guys there. Did you guys enjoy the stream? Say yes if you enjoyed the stream. Let's see what you guys say. Did you guys enjoy tonight's live stream? Somebody said, hopefully, how do you trade coins new to all this? Is there a free trading like the stock market? Josh, if I were you, highly encourage you to go to our Discord. The link is in the description below. Go into Trading 101. Read the whole tools section. Look at all the resources I use, all my exchanges, all the charts I use, all the hardware wallets I use. I actually have a link of the Ledger Nano S in the description. Read these books if you haven't. I have these descriptions here. Guys, books changed my life. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to get into the book conversation, but just know how important it is. But be a part of a community. That's the best way I can tell you to learn. Yes, hell yes. Joseph said hell yes. Walter said awesome info like always. Thank you, Walter. Yawning says it was cool, brother. Good. Thank you, brother. Yes, sir. Do this every day. Haha. Absolutely, man. King Caffey said, how do I get there? The Discord link is in the description. There's a web version, a mobile version, and a desktop version. So if you don't know how to get in, just open Discord, get in. If your Patreon doesn't end up linking to your Discord, just go back on Patreon, type in how to link Patreon to Discord, and then make sure that works because it's automated. Joe T said, where's my book? We already gave away the book. Gerald Wizard 1 and then Gershik 15 1 as well. You're teaching New World. Absolutely, Scoot. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be continuing this live stream tomorrow. And thank you so much for pretty much reaching 20,000 subscribers, guys. That truly means a lot. And if you guys enjoyed this live stream, like this video right now. How about that? Let's see how much feedback we can get. If you guys like this, like the video. Thank you, Bacardi, man. Awesome. So Josh CTW said, I'm reading it if it's so good. Okay, awesome. So thank you so much, guys. And once again, we'll see you guys soon. We'll have another content creator post the video in the meantime. Show him some love, guys. Show our content creators love because obviously they're getting a little bit uncomfortable posting their video on our channel. So we want to make sure we show them a little bit of love. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. And with that being said, guys, like always, I'll see you guys at the Night Owl. If you guys need anything, once again, just feel free to message me on Discord, and I'll try my best to get back to you. Typically, right now, it's maybe about 1 to 15 day wait time for my messages. I just have so many messages. So I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you, guys, and snipers out.